Hey, it's business coach Steve. I was having a conversation with a client the other day, and it made me realize something really important, something that every business owner faces at some point, and it's the tough decision to just walk away. But you might be asking, walk away from what? Maybe a business venture, a product, service, a job, or maybe even an underperforming team member. The truth is, it could be any of these. And the key is really recognizing when to stop investing time and energy into something that just isn't going to give you the results you need. I get it. We've all been there, right? Putting in the hours, the money, the efforts, and convincing ourselves that maybe just a little bit more time or one more tweak, and we'll finally make it work. But deep down, you already know the truth that some things aren't just meant to work. And you know what? That's okay. Quitting doesn't mean failure. It's it's often really the smartest and most strategic move you can actually make. So today, let's talk it through. I'm going to help you identify when it's time to step away, how to recognize the signs, and how to pivot towards real success. Because let's be honest, ignoring the signs and refusing to quit has consequences. First, you waste time and resources. The longer you hold on, the more money, the more effort, the more energy you're putting into something that won't give you the return that you need is just not smart. Next, you miss better opportunities. Every moment that you spend on something that isn't working is time and energy you could be investing elsewhere. Plus, you create stress and burnout. Holding on to a failing endeavor can drain both you and your team's motivation and confidence, making it even harder to pivot when that time comes. Now, when you do recognize when it's time to move on, you're going to free up time and energy. Letting go of the wrong things makes space for the right opportunities. You're going to sharpen your decision making skills. Knowing when to pivot really helps you become a more strategic business owner. And then, most importantly, also, you're going to start accelerating your success. When you stop chasing dead ends, you're going to focus on paths that actually lead to your growth. So let me go ahead and tell you about that client that I was speaking with. He had this employee who, while not completely terrible, just wasn't cutting it. But he kept holding on, hoping that maybe some more training, encouragement, and time, things would finally turn around. But deep down, he already knew it wasn't going to work. And after months of hesitation, he finally made the tough decision to let them go. And you know what? It was a relief, not just for him, but for the whole team. Even the employee who was struggling in that role that he wasn't really fit for felt a weight that had been lifted off of him. And once that spot was filled, and now my client was able to bring in somebody who was the right fit, the team began to flourish. So how often do we do this in our business, just holding on to something because we're afraid of the discomfort of letting go? Well, here's three key lessons about knowing when to quit. First, you have to be aware of the sunk cost bias. Just because you put time, money, and effort into something doesn't mean you have to stick with it. Success is about moving forward, not clinging to what isn't working. Next, you got to trust your gut. If something drains you, frustrates you, gives you that nagging feeling that it's just not right, listen to it. Your instincts are telling you something for a reason. And finally, measure what matters. Don't just rely on feelings, track the progress, set clear benchmarks, be honest with yourself about what's working and what's not. So, are you holding on to something that you know you should quit? So, let me ask you, what in your business or even in your daily routine isn't working? What have you been holding out of because of fear rather than logic? Maybe it's the time to start to really step back and reassess your situation. And if you're struggling to make that call, let's talk about it. Reach out to me. I'd love to help you figure out your next steps. So go ahead and schedule a free strategy session with me. Let's discuss how to move forward from being stuck in the present. I'm Steve Goranson, working with real people generating real results. Hope to talk to you soon.